Welcome to Week 5 Fantasy Football and this useless garbage video. We begin actually with news from Fantasy Baseball. Fantasy Baseball season is finally over, and we want to offer up congratulations to Jason Venturini on finishing dead last, even below Josh Elson's team, after Elson did not check his team the entire season, and yet Venturini managed to end up finishing below him in the standings. And also want to congratulate Paul Yorio on winning. Wait a minute, he didn't win. Oh man, sorry about that, Paul. I guess that whole thing about winning both football and baseball same season has just gone out the window as Paul chokes in the championship game, and that means someone else won it. I don't know who won it. That doesn't matter. But what's more important is that Paul lost. Week 5 actually offered a lot of exciting NFL games. Here's one of them, and the reenactment of what occurred at Buffalo Wild Wings. Ow! After spending the entire game with a guy next to me who would jump out of his seat and start fist pumping every time the Steelers made a great play, and happened to hear a very annoying whistle that would play every time the Steelers did anything right, and even when they didn't do things right because the guy just didn't know what was going on, it was nice to leave the restaurant still being able to hear after that annoying whistle. Anyway, let's look at what happened in fantasy football in Week 5, and one of the first things to point out is that Paul's team has become a juggernaut. His main team we're talking about here. Now, I don't know how Paul's put together such a great team, but congratulations to him at this point. Obviously, regular season stuff doesn't matter, as his fantasy baseball performance proved, but it's a nice start. And he's joined at the top by Adam's team, and here we go again, Paul versus Adam. Who would have thought a few years ago that they would be the new powerhouses of fantasy? Ben's also off to a good start, and he'll play Mel this week in an important game. Now, Mel this last week lost to Paul's second team. Now, as Paul's pointed out, that second team actually belongs to Sarah, but I don't know how you can actually claim to own a team without ever checking your team. Wait a minute. I guess that means Bit doesn't own his team either. Considering that Brunt goes up against Bit this week, he's got his best chance to finally get a win on the board if he can manage to defeat Bit. He's unlucky because Bit doesn't have any of his players on buys, which would help him get an easier win, considering that Bit's not going to put those players in. Well, bad luck to all of you this week, and I'll leave you with this final note about Paul's fantasy baseball team.